Big Bike Adventures has hooked up with W.A.R.A, which is the Women Adventure Riders Australia.
Yes.
How exciting is that? And Neil, he's a bit enamoured because he's met Petra.
Yeah,
Petra's riding this thing, isn't she?
Mein kleines Schmuckstück.
He's walked straight past Petra, hasn't he?
Yeah,
oh, I like your bike. Yeah. But I think it's great the way they made them look like an Africa twin.
Yeah, they did that.
You know?
Yeah, right.
Gold rims, red, white and blue. Yep. Well, you want to sell more BMWs, you make it look like a Honda, right? It's always the way. Petra, what have you done to the Africa BMW?
It's not Africa BMW.
What have you called it? What's its
Ein
name?
kleines Schmuckstück.
Translation?
It's my son said, "Oh, how is your minor bike going?" And that triggered it. Minor is klein, so
Right.
it's just one kleines minor Schmuckstück. Schmuckstück is a jewel.
Of course.
Because of the golden rims, you know, it's a jewel.
And it's got a very cool number plate
Yeah,
too.
the one I ride.
Oh, I know,
the one
right.
I ride 450.
He's getting a number. They're swapping numbers. They're going to go for a ride together. It's on. It's on, folks. Women adventure riders out on their bikes. So a lot of DRs, XTs, Tigers, W.A.R.s. Driven by the famous Karen Ramsey over there. Give us a wave, Karen. Karen is the... no, I'm talking about the DRs. I'm just talking about Big Bike Adventures meets W.A.R.A. You know? I'm going to have to put subtitles soon anyway, German language subtitle on the videos. Our old Neil's a little bit enamoured, isn't he? Just a beautiful bike. It looks just like an Africa twin. It's fantastic.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit more stylish because the Germans are known. Their style,
I've got to get a microphone inside your helmet, mate. There's just some stuff shouldn't be repeated. The Women Adventure Riders Australia, W.A.R.A. So there's a group of them in every state all over the place, and they get together occasionally to have a ride. So. That was so funny. Poor old Neil. Alright, so sorry Neil. I'm sorry, mate. Alright, so when I pulled up, Petra pointed out that my back of my camera was open, and it's because I didn't have the microphone plugged in, so everything I've been saying to you guys is just going to be wind noise. So Neil's just met a German lady, a single German lady, who rides a 1250 GSA. Mate, this is your lucky day.
well, once you said, is that thing off?
Yeah, it's on. Is the camera on? Oh dear. I out of respect to my good mate Neil, I can't share with you what he said. He's a but he is going to have to touch up on his German, I think. Oh dear, that's funny as. I think Petra's got an Instagram page. I'll have to find, it's the One I Ride, I think. I'll have to find the link and put it in there. She's really, really lovely. I've met her a few times now. She's a real sweetie, and she's a real adventure rider, and she actually wants to learn to do more. So, you know, being able to go riding with someone else, and particularly someone as skilled as Neil, and someone with as much equipment and experience, and just, you know, I think it'd be really, really good for him and her. Yeah, I think he's more taken with the bike. And what was really funny was when we first met Petra, because that's the second time we've seen them this morning. Actually, Neil and I met for a coffee at Macca's this morning, and all these girls rode in on their dirt bikes, and that's where we kind of had an opportunity to say good day to a couple of people in there that I know. And one of them was Petra, and I introduced Petra to Neil, and wasn't paying any attention to Neil, not for any other reason, the fact that there was no need to. And then I mentioned that he's got a GSA, and she said, "Oh, is that yours outside?" I don't know, motorbike's a funny thing. Oh, you guys, seriously. Anyway, I do need to get a microphone inside Neil's helmet. He's a funny bugger. And newly in love with the 1250 GS. I think it's the first time he's seen one in the flesh. I think the fact that it looks like an Africa Twin's probably a, you know, big bonus as well. More from the files. Places you shouldn't take a Crosstourer. Look at this thing. Road tyres. I don't even know how far to go. Come on. Yeah. Should be over that other track. Really should be on the XR. Well, kind of am. XR 1200. Sorry, mate, you're not allowed.
I'm going to get a photo.
You're not allowed on this road. Oh, poor old Charlene. Oh, can you send that to me when you're done? I'll put that up on BBA.
Wow, it's what a nice little part of the world.
Oh, mate, oh.
Been out of it.
No, it's fantastic. It's a really nice road. Just too many fences, too many gates.
Yeah. But you don't need like super duper off-road tyres, you know?
No,
I mean,
no. Just.
then you can get around on a big bike. Well, bigger bike.
Well, I think mine's actually bigger than yours.
Weight-wise, the physically ones.
Yeah. Oh, the numbers are almost identical. Honda have gone, oh, let's just copy that formula, but put a better engine in. Engine. Look at that. How good is that?
class, eh?
Yeah. It's pretty special. This road would be completely impassable with even just a little bit of rain on it. It's that same black soil that, you know, from the time when John broke his ribs, we went through this kind of stuff, but it's just a little bit wet. Righto, we're going to try and figure out how to turn around on this. We're coming back, John. That is so slippery. This is that Toowoomba black clay, isn't it? It's like soap. It's good now. It's not quite the right tyres for this. It's a little bit loosey-goosey. Oh, hello. Traction control, please. That's a pretty serious irrigator. Yep. Serious piece of irrigation equipment. It's got to be best part of half a kilometre long. So the plan for today was Neil and I are just going to go for a ride to explore some back roads around the Great Dividing Range. It was really funny because we're having breakfast this morning at the Macca's where we met, just having coffee, and anyway, this group of girls rode in on their dirt bikes. Anyway, I knew a couple of them through kind of the stuff I was doing with I-Ride, and so got chatting. It was pretty funny. And anyway, we took off. I kind of introduced Neil to one of my friends, Petra, who was riding a GS1250. I mentioned that Neil got 1250. He's got anyway, we went for a ride, and we were out on the ride, and completely random bumped into the girls from W.A.R.A again. So that's the W.A.R.A, W.A.R.A, which is the Women's Adventure Riders Australia. And so we got chatting to them, and anyway, Neil's had a good look at the 1250, and you know, they ended up swapping numbers. So then ensued an endless array of hilarity and laughing for the rest of the day. You know, what happens if the two GSAs get together, the 1200 and the 1250 get together, and a whole heap of little 310s come of it, you know, and they grow into 650s, and then 700s and 800s. Anyway, pretty funny at the time. All right, I don't know how much battery or card I've got left, but we're going to do what we can to make it through the rest of the day. We're going to do bitumen for the rest of the day. We've done a few sections of dirt, but I think from here on in, it's fill up with fuel, and then it's 2 o'clock, so we're still a couple of hours away from home, so we will head off back down to Bitumen Road. But that was a really, really funny day for old Neil. He might be in a bit of trouble. He might have his handfuls with that girl. We don't know. Anyway, okay. Well, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video. I'm going to try and pump them out regularly from now. I've got a little bit more time at home, so I can try and do a regular BBA update. Alrighty, chat to you later. Check your spokes. There, buddy.